Loren Allen's fall from grace was one of the most shocking downfalls in 90-Day Fiancé history. He started out looking like the misunderstood romantic, a man searching for love despite all odds. But behind that quiet charm was someone manipulating, deceiving, and playing people's emotions for his own gain. His story went from sympathy to scandal in record time. Before the 90 days, he came across as the kind of person you'd root for. He talked about being homeless, struggling to find love, and finally meeting someone who made him feel seen. A Filipina trans woman named Faith. His gentle tone, soft-spoken interviews, and emotional honesty made it seem like he was different from the usual reality TV types. Fans thought he was authentic, a man who truly cared about his partner and wasn't afraid to show his emotions. Loren told producers that he was attracted to femininity rather than gender. He said his love for trans women wasn't new or experimental. It was who he was. He claimed to admire the confidence and strength of trans women, especially Faith, who he said brought him peace after years of feeling alone. That openness won him early sympathy from fans. Many believed he was setting a positive example for representation on the show, but not long after, cracks started to appear. His words often didn't match his actions. His compliments sometimes carried a strange undertone, like he was performing kindness instead of feeling it. While he told Faith he loved her unconditionally, his behavior suggested something else entirely. There was a quiet arrogance hidden under the surface, a sense that he saw himself as special for loving her, instead of just loving her as a person. Loren often described his relationship with Faith as the real deal. He promised to bring her to the US, build a home, and start a family. But he left out a big detail. He was broke, unemployed, and living in unstable conditions. The more he talked about their future, the more it became clear that his dreams were just that, dreams. He didn't have a plan or a stable foundation. He was selling a fantasy, not building a life. Then came the moment that made everyone's jaw drop. Loren admitted to Faith that he had cheated on her. And not only that, he had contracted gonorrhea. He revealed it in the most casual way possible, almost like it wasn't a big deal. He only confessed when he had no other choice, after Faith began suspecting something was wrong. Instead of taking accountability, he brushed it off and tried to move on like nothing happened. Fans were disgusted. The man who once called himself honest and emotionally aware had just proven he couldn't even be trusted with basic respect. Even worse, he was still in touch with his ex, Esther, and other women in the US. He sent them flirty messages behind Faith's back, pretending to be loyal while keeping backup relationships in case things fell apart. It wasn't about love for Loren, it was about control. He wanted options, not commitment. As Faith tried to understand what was happening, Loren's manipulative side came out even more. When she asked questions, he made her feel guilty for doubting him. When she expressed fear, he twisted it into an attack on himself. He constantly played the victim, the poor, misunderstood guy who just couldn't catch a break. He told sob stories to deflect from his behavior, making Faith look like the unreasonable one when she was just trying to find the truth. Then things got downright disturbing. At one point, Loren seriously suggested marrying Faith's mother so he could legally stay in the Philippines. It wasn't a joke. He presented it as a logical idea. That moment revealed everything people needed to know about his mindset. He wasn't just desperate. He was manipulative enough to turn a deeply personal family boundary into a legal loophole. Faith looked shocked. Viewers were horrified. As time went on, Faith began to realize she was being emotionally controlled. Every time she tried to express her needs, Loren would redirect the blame. He'd say she didn't love him enough or that she was too focused on herself. The emotional roller coaster became unbearable, and yet Faith still tried to see the best in him. She believed his apologies, hoping that the man she first met was still there somewhere. But it was all part of the pattern. He used her kindness against her. The final blow came during the tell-all episode. Loren dropped a series of bombshells that left everyone speechless. First, he admitted that his trip to meet Faith wasn't even about her. He had originally planned to visit another trans woman, but after that woman ghosted him, he just replaced her with Faith. To her, the relationship was a love story. To him, she was a backup plan. Then came the next confession. He had secretly married another trans woman named Carlos in 2023. Months before meeting Faith, he was legally married throughout most of their relationship and never told anyone, not Faith, not the producers, not even his friends. It only came out because he was cornered and couldn't lie his way out. That revelation shattered any remaining sympathy fans had left. Faith sat on stage holding back tears, realizing that every sweet word, every promise, every apology had been a lie. She wasn't part of a love story, she was part of a web of deceit. And for once, Loren couldn't talk his way out of it. The other cast members turned on him. They called him out for being manipulative, selfish, and deceitful. Even host Sean Robinson looked visibly uncomfortable as he tried to justify his lies. By the end of the episode, Faith made it clear. It was over. She said she deserved to be someone's first choice, not a second option. She walked away with dignity, something Loren had long lost. Fans across social media agreed. His downfall wasn't just deserved, it was overdue. The man who once played the victim had finally been exposed as the villain of his own story. In the end, Loren Allen's journey on 90 Day Fiancé became a cautionary tale. It showed how charm can hide manipulation and how playing innocent doesn't make you good. He came in pretending to be the most understanding man on the show, but he left as one of the most untrustworthy. For Faith, it was heartbreak. For viewers, it was justice. And for Loren, it was the end of the illusion.